Okay, well, you know what? We've been focused on how it's not going to go right. I, like 805, man, like let us know how it can go right. How can we, like, let's be real, like, how can it go right? How can we catch teams off guard? Because we know there's going to be an adjustment period. How, like, okay, for example, the Commanders last year, right? No one expected them to do what they did. They had there was a young team. They drafted a young quarterback, but no one expected the quarterback, Jane Daniels, to be that good so soon. And the rest is history. And they won a bunch of games. Now, that being said, for the Raiders they don't have to be exactly what the Commanders did, but at least, like, you know, catch teams by surprise to start the season, and while they're figuring it out and adjusting, what's something that can help them get it right? Like would it be Ashton Genty just dominating to start the season? Would it be what would it be?
I think it's this offense completely taken off. Right, we're hearing these rumors that, you know, Tucker is kind of waking up with Geno Smith a little bit. Now, if we see a resurgence from Tucker, and now he's kind of that true deep threat. Jacoby Myers is another 1,000-yard receiver, and he's just gelling with Geno Smith, and Genty becomes that guy. This offensive line shocks us all. This offensive line gets Genty to, you know, rush for 1,500 yards and maybe, you know, 400 yards in the air. You know, so it's like, this offense has to gel. It's got to work. It's got to be able to move the ball. It's got to be able to really sustain the clock, right? You want to win that time of possession battle, right? You keep the defense off the field. You give the offense limited amounts of opportunity to score the football, especially with the teams that we're going to go up against. You want to keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands. And so how are you going to do that? You got to kill him on the ground. You got to kill the clock. It's got to be body shots day in and day out where you're converting on 4 to 5, 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 3s. Like, that's what you have to do, is just those body blows that just extend plays and move the chains. You know, now you got you just look at our division. You got the Broncos. The Broncos are going to have probably one of the best defenses in the National Football League. Mm-hmm. Like, you're gonna have to potentially just ground and pound the hell out of them, and hopefully you can win that time of possession battle. But then you got the Chargers. The Chargers are literally going to they're going to kill you on the ground. That's what they're going to want to do. They're going to want to throw Martin Hampton at you. I mean, they beefed up that offensive line. Now, they just lost Rashawn Slater, which sucks for them, right? Great for us, sucks for them. You know, and you hate to see just any player kind of go out for the season. But if that offensive line does extremely well, they brought in Mekhi Becton, and if Najee Harris kind of gets up to full speed, even though I'm not a fan of Najee Harris, that's a damn good 1-2 punch potentially between Omari Hampton and Najee Harris. So this offense is going to have to be able to move the ball and fire on all cylinders probably by week 4. I'm going to give them to week 4 before they actually they got to be firing and being able to use Ashton Genty in multiple ways, not just on the ground, but get him in open space through the passing game and let him go to work. I think that's the only way. And here's the thing. We're not sitting there going, you better get 12 wins or it's a successful season. No, like, we won 4 games last year. If we get to 8-9 wins, that's progress. That's actually pretty damn good compared to just all the contracts that we have, the complete swap out of players that we have, new coaching staff, the whole nine. You get to 8-9 wins, that's actually pretty damn good. And so I think the offensive line has to shock us. We all got to be just, you know, the concern that we've had on this offensive line, I think it's just got to completely surprise us. And Ashton Genty kind of goes off a little bit, and Geno Smith is able to kind of throw that rock, and maybe throws for, 4,200 yards and kind of surprises us. So I think that's the only way that we can find success this season, because I think the defense there's a good chance it's going to struggle. Patrick Graham's never been a guy that's going to dial up these defenses that are going to shut everybody down. He's never been that guy. Even when he had success with New York, when he was the DC over there, he had a good defense. Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was never just a constant 3-and-out guy. the offense will move the ball. The offense is going to get, maybe a 10, 11, 12 play drive, and hopefully they miss a field goal, or maybe you get a turnover. So, Patrick Graham, I think this defense is not going to be the strong point of this team at all. This offense is going to have to really surprise us and do some work.
Oh man, I agree. I agree 1,000%. I've literally said the biggest X factor to this season on this team is not even a player. It's Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly. And that's how it's going to work. That's how it's going to work for the Raiders. If they're going to catch teams by surprise and like while they adjust on so many different levels that we talked about, the offensive line, the offense in general, whatever the case may be, the defense having their shortcomings, is Chip Kelly catches the NFL by surprise. Chip Kelly's offense is, and that's going to include some of the people that you mentioned, but that's going to include Ashton Genty. That's going to include how he looks with Geno Smith, the offense, Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer. Because when you have a good offensive coordinator, I said this to Severe the other day, when you have a good offensive coordinator, the great players are going to be great, but it's the other guys who look even better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From the Michael Mayers to the Trey Tuckers, Dante Thornton, Besh, all these guys, they're going to look even better with a good offensive coordinator. And that's who we think that Chip Kelly is. So, and I wanted to bring it to that because a lot of people are like, oh man, you guys can be negative or whatever. We're not. We're just being honest. We're just being honest. We're keeping it real, man. Just keeping it real, man. And hey, man, shout out to Chewy's NFL News and Podcast, my guy. Appreciate you supporting the show. You guys haven't already, make sure to go head over to his channel and hit the subscribe button. He said we lit this weekend. Go Raiders. He also gave me another super chat, man. Hey, appreciate the support, brother. He says, sorry, but no playoffs this year. Yeah, I don't see it, but if they do, I'll be happily wrong. I just want to be clear, because for some people are like, oh, you guys are hating. I will be happily wrong if the Raiders make the playoffs. I'll be happily wrong if the Raiders defense is top 5. I'll be happily wrong. And, offensive line is the best offensive line in football. You know what I mean? I'm good. It's not a problem for me because I'm a fan of the team. I watch the games just like everybody else every Sunday, and I want to see a good product out there. But we got to be honest. We got to keep it real.
Yeah. They say that the best indicator of future performance is past performance. So people would just want to wipe away history and it's Men in Black. It's usually hit with the thing is, oh, okay, you know what, right. and I understand it's hard to just get to go into a season after getting beat down every single season and wanting to enjoy football and thinking you're going to lose. So nobody wants to go into a season thinking they're going to lose. But you just understand that there's going to be growing pains. Now it can still, but that can still be fun. It can still be fun because we have some great players to root for. I think Brock Bowers, I already said, I think he's going to be a much better player this year. I don't think he's going to have the same production, but I don't think he's going to have the same production because I think Michael Mayer is going to step up big time. I haven't been a fan of him in the past, but I think Trey Tucker is going to have a really good year from what we've been hearing. I think Jacoby Myers, I think he's going to take another step, and we've been hearing about the chemistry between him and Geno is uncanny. So I think if this offensive line solidifies, I think we'll have a chance to be a very good offense. And one thing we looked at before, I want to say on the 50-50 show, is that Geno Smith is one of the best quarterbacks in the league in the final 4 minutes. So if we can just keep the game close, get him to the fourth quarter, get him to those final 4 minutes, we have a chance to win every single game. But the key is that we have to keep it close, or we have to be, playing with the lead at that point. If we can play with the lead, if we're playing with the lead, then we can do, at that point, 2 things can happen. Malcolm Kuntz and Max Crosby and, even Tyree, you pin your ears back, let y'all go at the quarterback, right? Because we know they're in throw mode right now. And then on offense, when we do get the ball back, take the air out that thing. Hey, you're getting a heavy dose of Ashton Genty, a heavy dose of Zamir White, heavy dose of Raheem Mostert. You know, we're just gonna take the air out the ball and we're gonna bleed this clock. But you know, it's incumbent upon us to actually either play with the lead, get the lead, keep the lead, and then finish that thing off. And it's the I think we can score. It's not the scoring part. It's the keeping the other team from scoring early in the game. And as you said before, on the D line, like Adam Butler and Max, they're the constants. But the players that have to play in space, we have a lot of new guys in those areas. So it's crucial that those guys catch on quickly. I've liked what I've seen from Isaiah Palomar. He's a guy for the past, I don't know how 3 years I've been saying this guy. I think Isaiah Palomar is going to I think he's going to be a breakout guy. He finally kind of broke out last year. Hopefully, full-year starter. He does it this year. But I think that for this team to be good, I kind of put it on Chip Kelly, where I'm also Ashton Genty. I said if Ashton Genty is generational, I think we can win 9-10 games. If he's just, if he's a very good rookie, rookie of the year caliber player, I was looking like 6-7. And if he's just like a bust or a bum, and we're in like the 4 or 5 territory. So, but that's incumbent upon this offensive line gelling, and then Chip Kelly doing his job and allowing Ashton Genty to be the player that a lot of people would think he is. Yeah.
Or how about we just get money's worth out of Chip Kelly, because he is the highest paid offensive coordinator in the National Football League.
$6 million.
Man.
So, how about we just get our money's worth, and we average 32 points a game. Let's make that happen.
Man, that's facts. 100%. I mean, we'll see, because the run game is something that we had an issue with last year. We were like the worst. I think if not, we're at the very least one of the worst rush offenses in the league last year. So if we can improve,
I think we're dead last.
We were dead last. I mean, it felt like it. I mean, especially the way we started the season, it was like terrible. It was just terrible. Like, what's crazy? I was looking at the statistics, and it's crazy how just looking at stats doesn't give you the context that you need, because we were one of the worst rushing offenses in the NFL, but then our passing offense looked a lot better. But we knew that our passing offense really wasn't that much better. It's just that they had to pass the football because they couldn't run the football. So it's like, but you would have known that if you didn't watch the games, or just been in tune with the team and what was going on. But stats don't really tell the full story.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, we appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to click and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Mint Beats in the building says the offense and Chip Kelly are going to have to give our team a defense lead to win the games. Facts.
Facts.